defensively. Winners of 3 of their last.
Of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Murray. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now a man who punted for the Browns in 2015, Andy Leon to kick it away. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. Pulled in at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Murray. And Ingram holds it in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. For this defense, CD, going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He'll go with the Bucs as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Murray going to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cleveland offense making their way out. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to try and go deep again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Play fake. Mayfield. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Mayfield off the play fake. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Murray now to throw. And this one is incomplete. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively. It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray completes it to Evan Ingram. Still going. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A huge play there for Arizona. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go option to the short side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, 15 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it. Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf.
today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because
he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They go play action. Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with a touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys have now moved out in front.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's it, baby.
Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that gives them a 3-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Got a man. It's Schwartz complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Mayfield on play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here in the Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Evan Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 2. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And they're going to speed things up here. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And down to the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Murray. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they? Yeah,
they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slip free.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Come on, man, let's go.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
being chased out left. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 8 yards to go on second down. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. First down, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sione Takitaki able to get him for a loss of about 3. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 13 yards remaining on second down. To throw is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. To Barkley on the check down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. 7 yards, the pickup there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Oh, nice move. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go!
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Murray to air it out again. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And Rondale Moore, a second-round pick from Purdue, only 5'7", 181, may have prevented him from going in the first round. But what a cerebral player, a great competitor, and his run after the catch as impressive as anyone had in the draft. Nice catch there, picks up a first down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, it's Murray. Again, he finds Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing again, Murray. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now Murray. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The football going back over to Arizona now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
2nd and 15. Here's Murray. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. picked off by Grant Delpit. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This is caught. It's Kirk. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Murray, one final try. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A big offensive experience.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3.